Hey, dude.
Hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Thanks, man. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Do you have a good week?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Crushing
I'm
it.
ready for the weekend. Let's do
Yeah.
this, man. Let's do.
Likewise. Well, got
Yeah.
an awesome little piece of content today for everyone, a tip of the week. And that is a few weeks back, you did an interview. And on that interview, you went through and talked about uh, digital goods as a product strategy and really good content. We'll have links in below. People can check that out. I think they'll really get a ton of value out of that. But that prompted a couple questions. One for me, and I thought we'd ask about it and kind of use this as our dialogue. What is like a misconception about digital goods or a myth that's out there that maybe someone watching this who isn't doing digital goods currently might have?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good question. Yeah, the training was fun. It's funny. I haven't really done a lot of intensive training on just the general topic of digital goods, although it's been for the last 10 years, it's been our journey. I mean, we've had,
It
I
has.
could add it up, but somewhere close to 4 million digital downloads of our product, individual transactions. We're getting close to 4 million. Yeah, so last year we averaged 60 to 70,000 transactions per month through our site. Yeah, in the training, I talk about just basically, what our business model is. And our business model includes three types of digital goods just in our core business. I'm not talking about our info products you and I do or,
Mm-hmm.
our coaching stuff. I'm just talking about my main e-commerce company.
Yep.
Go check it out on Pixie Fair. We have three products. We have digitally downloaded files. We have online courses, and then we have a membership program. And those three
Mm-hmm.
things work together. So anyway, that's what the training was all about. In terms of what your question is, what's the most common, misunderstanding or incorrect assumption? I think probably the most common error that many e-commerce sellers make is they don't think they have an angle
Right.
to do a digital good. And so it's just so not true. I mean, any e-commerce seller has opportunity to create related digital goods. And those related digital goods have an incredible set of value propositions. And so my training that I did was 10 of those value propositions related to digital goods and how they work. And this is not theoretical. This is not, I'm not doing something that's like obtuse. I mean, I'm telling you exactly how this works
Right.
down to the penny, how this stuff works. And so I think a lot of e-commerce sellers just they haven't made the connection that they could do this
Right.
because they have it in their mind that, that doesn't apply to my category or something like that. So yeah, it's probably the top misconception. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really just a matter of being creative around what you can bring to the table,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're only limited by that. I think the other big takeaway for me from this conversation is the fact is no matter how hard you try to break Shopify by doing 60 or 70,000 transactions, you still haven't been able to do it. Although I still think you need to give it a shot. Like, let's see if 200,000 is going to break Shopify or not. But I appreciate the effort.
That's funny. No, Shopify is unbreakable, man. That's why we originally published on 2013. We migrated away from WordPress because we could break
Right.
WordPress with just we would do any kind of marketing move any time of the week, social media or email, and we'd break WordPress. But yeah, it's an incredible platform. Shopify works great for it. But there are other platforms, of course, too. I mean, you can
Sure.
do digital goods a lot of different places now.
Hmm.
Kindle and ACX and paperback versions of CreateSpace type books. Now it's all under KDP, but so any Amazon related digital goods exist, and
Hmm.
there are other platforms for it as well. So yeah, it's one of those things that I would just say if you're listening to this, you're like, okay, well, my best encouragement is go listen to that training. We'll have links,
Hmm.
and then really take the time to say to yourself, okay, how could I potentially bolt on a digital good to my core product category that I work in, not go cook up something that's new, like, oh, I'm going to
Right.
do a training on a whatever new thing. No. I never say that to people. I say, go to your niche that you're into, the topic you have a
Hmm.
product related to, where you're actually creating energy and value for a community, a customer base, and do a digital good for that. Like it's a related product to what you're already doing, is my best advice. And so that training is available. We're happy to hook you up. Obviously, if you're in the inner circle, you've already gotten it and you've watched it. And for our coaching clients, of course, they have access to all that as well. But we'll have some kind of, we'll rig up, I don't know what we're going to do, opt in or something for emails, or I don't know if it'll be paid.
We'll have a page you can go and pick it up for free.
Not $10 million. Oh, okay.
It'll be that, you got to get it why it's available.
Yeah.
After that, it goes in the vault.
Yeah. I really encourage you, if you're struggling with how to move forward with your e-commerce business, and you haven't really done a deep, thoughtful analysis of the digital goods category, this will be a good first step for you. Yeah.
I love that. I think that's good advice, because one of the challenges in launching an e-commerce business is really sort of, for many people, like product, like what product to have. And if you haven't found your physical product yet, maybe you need to totally take a different path, sort of pump the brakes and think creatively, step outside the box and think digitally. And that could even include thinking about your current experiences in life and business and what you bring to the table, and how can you bring your experience that you have as a digital product. I think we often will coach clients when they're starting out and they're like, well, where do I go? And I'm like, well, what have you done? And they're like, well, I have 30 years and have built amazing business doing this, but I want to do something completely different. And oftentimes it's because they're bored, but they have all this experience and knowledge that they are basically walking away from because it's boring or old, when in reality, that could be where they hit the fuel for their fire and where they can start their online business.
Where they've invested the 10,000 hours to be true experts. But a lot of people are bored by their expertise and they want to go find some other new topic, when in truth, they could teach in their sleep something in their core discipline that people would be amazed by. So I mean, that's the other angle. Sure. But that's information product marketing.
Sure.
And what I want to make sure people understand is there's a whole universe 100%. Of digital goods that are not info, how to do Instagram, how to do, it's not the expert space. It's the practical digital goods. And there's a whole universe there that is really more of what I'm talking about than just the, how to teach somebody a skill set type thing. But it's a huge universe of topics. There's both, so yeah.
Yeah. That's the benefit of it, is that it really is vast and you can kind of navigate through that. So definitely you want to pick up this training, 10 different points of emphasis on digital goods and how it applies to any e-commerce business. You want to pick it up. It's going to be of value to you. It's going to unlock, because once you start begin to unlock the digital products in your business, it's going to be really hard for you to go back, because that cost of goods number it will start to mess with your mind. And you
no doubt. All right, man. Good times.
So pick up the link below and grab that training.
Love it. All right, buddy. Hey, I hope you have a fantastic weekend.
Likewise, sir.
Peace.
Bye.